morning, everybody. Welcome to Friday. So glad you jumped on in here. I've been really looking forward to jumping into James with you, and especially looking at the proverb of the day. So, let's jump into it. No, not yet Proverbs. My name is Pastor Frank from Lighthouse Church. If you could please, before we start, like this video and hit that subscribe button. I kind of like this angle. I like the fact that you could actually see what it's looking like up in my space. So, yeah. So Proverbs chapter 16. So remember, every day you can literally read a proverb a day according to the date. 31 days usually in a month, and there's 31 proverbs. So it's just good. Every day, look into it. It's the wisest piece of literature you'll read for the day. So I wanted to read two to us today. Proverbs chapter 16, verse 28. A perverse person stirs up conflict, and a gossip separates close friends. So watch out the things you say. What is gossip, Pastor Frank? Anything that you say about someone in a negative light when they're not around. That's it. It separates close friends. You're a perverse person, and you stir up conflict. If that's you, cut that out of your life today. Verse 32, better a patient person than a warrior. Whoa, wow. One with self-control than one who takes a city. Now, I love this one. When I read this morning, my mind popped. I don't know if anybody knows of Jordan Peterson, but he's been killing it lately. He's been killing it for Christ, killing it for men. He's been out there doing podcasts non-stop. He's a brilliant, brilliant man. And it's crazy because he recently said this, and it's been blowing up in the world. Everybody's talking about it. There's videos posted on this one thing he says. And yet it's been in the Bible for thousands and thousands of years already. So what is it? What is it that he said? He said it's important for a man to be able to be violent, right? Not to go out and be violent, but it's important for us to have that innate protection instinct in us, to be able to protect our family when the time comes. Not to be able to go out and cause violence, but to be able to have that in us. And this is what he says, and to be able to control it. He says this is what makes a man dangerous. The ability to control what's in here, that instinct. And here is Proverbs saying literally, better a patient person than a warrior. Sometimes we really think we got to go out, be a warrior, conquer the world. There's other people on podcasts right now destroying it, and they're giving similar advice. Go be a warrior. Go do this. You got to conquer. You need more money. You want to get more cars. You want to be And meanwhile, hold on. The wisest man in the world is saying it's better to be patient than to go out and be a warrior, because the person with self-control is stronger than the one who goes and takes a city. So that's the proverb for the day. I needed that. So maybe someone else needed that. There's two there in case you needed something else. Amen. Let's jump right into James this morning. I want you to look at this. This just gets better and better. So yesterday we looked at trials. James was talking about trials. We're going to go slowly at a time. And literally, so if you're in a trial today, you're going through something today that you're just like, I don't know how to get through this. I feel like waves are kind of flying over me. Like, Pastor Frank, I need some prayer. Listen, if that's you today and you are like you're in the midst of it, this is what James says to do. He was just talking about trials. Now he says this: if any of you lacks wisdom, you should ask God. Wow. I'm just going to cut that real quick. Ask God. So you're going through it. If you lack wisdom right now, you need to go to God. You don't need to go anywhere else. Go to the one who can sustain you. As we look through the book of James, James is the book that is in your face. Like, it. Sometimes when we read Paul, it could be a little confusing and we have to study it a little bit. Whereas with the book of James, it is in your face, no holds barred apostle. In essence, he says this: if you're going to be a Christian, be a real one. That's pretty much the message of James. If you're going to be a believer, if you're going to consider yourself Christian, you ought to be a real one. Don't be no fake Christian. So with that being said, this book explains what practical Christianity looks like. So if you're going through a trial, it's as simple as this. If you lack wisdom, go to the one who gives wisdom. Who gave Solomon wisdom? The Lord. So For us, what is wisdom? What does Christianity look like? It's living out your faith every day with everyday situations, with everyday people, but even more than just living it, it's doing it in victory. So that's the book of James, just like in a nutshell. So he's saying you should ask God, who gives generously, wow, to all without finding fault, and it will be given to you. But when you ask, so here it is, when you ask, as we close here this morning, when you ask, you must believe and not doubt. Because the one who doubts is like a wave blown and tossed by the sea. Wow. So verse 7, the one who doubts, that person should not expect to receive anything from the Lord. Such a person is double-minded and unstable in all they do. Are you unstable in a lot of your ways today? Do you feel like a lot of things that you're doing, it's just like you're just catching up with the cycle nonstop? So maybe you need to start, when you ask the Lord, when you pray, you need to start actually believing it. You need to start saying, I'm going to just trust that God will take care of this. I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to doubt, because the more we do that, the more we're like just in the ocean being tossed left and right, the more unstable we are in the things that God is calling us of. If you're trusting in him, believing in him, your faith, you literally believe in what God can do, you will not worry. You will not be tossed to and fro. You will not be doubting. You will not be unstable. You will be secure in all your ways, because you know who sustains you. Amen? So come on. I don't want to be that person who doubts today. I don't want to be that person who fits in this category who just should not expect to receive anything. I want to receive something this morning. Amen? I want to get out there and say, I know what God has for me. I know he's going to put something in my path today. But people, church, family, believe it. Believe it, believe it, believe it. Get out there today. Share the gospel with someone. Get out there today. I said this yesterday to somebody. I'm going to leave you with this. We could preach to people until they're blue in the face. I feel like people, all they hear today is preaching from people. Whether it be about the Bible, whether it be what they ought to do, what they need to do, even on Instagram, even on TikTok, even on whatever the heck you got. It's just constant, like, preaching of, you should do this, you should do this, you should do this, you should do this, you should do this. Go out there today and be the gospel. Let people see Jesus just through your actions, through the looks in your eyes, without even speaking a word to them. Let them look at you today. Say, ooh, something's different about that person. Let them just acknowledge that in you. But you have to make changes before you do that. Are you a gossip? Are you a warrior more than you are patient or loving or kind or I got to get my way, strong-headed? What are you? Let's make some changes today so that people will see the gospel when they look at us. God bless y'all. I love y'all so much. You already know it. If you could please like this video, just hit it. It's so easy. It takes a second. And don't forget to subscribe. Have an amazing, 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 amazing day. And say what's up in the comments, all right? Adios.